I remember how lonely I was when I met Cross. I never let anyone know about it because being alone back then didn't make me quite so unhappy. Besides, I was just a kid. I thought it was my own fault. I remember it was a warm Saturday afternoon in October. I heard a faint crunch, not 10 feet away. I froze, listening. The air where the invisible thing should have been shimmered like a mirage.
Oh, hey, stop! Wait, what do you want? Are you okay?
You are a child.
I'm in the 6th grade. What's your name? Well, I'm Ray. I live over there. Why can't I see you?
I am wearing camouflage.
What's your name?
Cross.
So you live around here, Mr. Cross?
I am from an island in the Indian Ocean near Madagascar.
Why are you here?
I have business in New York City on the 26th of October.
New York. That's a ways away from here.
About how far would you say?
About 50 to 60 miles. Do you have a car?
I do not drive. I am to take the train.
If you have business on October 26th, you'll need a place to stay.
I can get a hotel.
Well, Mr. Cross, you'll need a friend. Sometimes people do really bad things in the city.
I am aware of the dangers. I have taken precautions as to not draw attention to myself.
Sure, okay. I have a place for you to stay. No one will know.
What about your parents?
My dad's in Massachusetts on a business trip, and my mom won't know.
Word.
Dad had built the bomb shelter in 1960, the year Kennedy beat Nixon. He wanted to be prepared.
Are you okay, Mr. Cross?
President Kennedy will address the nation tonight at 7 o'clock.
How do you know that?
The announcement came out last night. I have been studying the radio. I need some things tomorrow. I'd be grateful if you could assist me. I'm sure this will cover the cost. My need is immediate.
I can't spend this. A kid like me doesn't walk into the store with this much money. Fine, I'll do it tomorrow.
My fellow citizens, let no one doubt that this is a difficult and dangerous effort on which we have set out. No one can foresee precisely what course it will take, or what costs or casualties will be incurred.
Oh my god, he's gonna kill us all.
Take it easy, Mom.
Don't you understand? He wants to start World War III.
Mom, nobody's gonna start a World War III.
Hello? Oh, thank God, Dave. You heard him then? Yes, but... No, I can't, Dave. No, you have to come home now. Dave? No, you listen to me. Can't you see? The man's obsessed. Just because he has a grudge against Castro doesn't mean he's allowed to. I'm not going in there without you, and neither is Ray. You'll stay with me.
Let me talk to him.
Ray, your mother is pretty upset.
Yes.
I want to come home, and I will, but I can't just yet. If I just up and leave, I'll get fired.
But Dad...
You're in charge until I get there. Understand, son? If the time comes, everything is up to you.
Yes, sir.
I want you in this shelter tonight, Ray, and fill up all the supplies. It'll be all right.
Got it, Dad.
After school the next day, I went to Village Variety to buy Cross's things.
Since when do you read the newspaper? I had the latest Fantastic Four. Would you like that instead?
Maybe tomorrow.
All right. Your total comes out to $12.47. What is this, Ray?
It's a birthday gift for my grandma. She said I could spend it on whatever I want.
All right. Why are you buying a radio?
Well, I thought I'd just have it with all the stuff going on.
Ray, you're too young to be worrying about the news. These politicians, it'll be all right, Ray. You heard it from me.
Night, Mr. Radowski.
I was certain he'd call my mom, but he never did. Home was 3 miles up Cobb's Hill. I did it in 40 minutes. A record. I remember I started running when I heard the sirens.
Mom!
Oh my God, Ray, I was worried sick. Where were you?
I got off the bus at Ward's Hollow. What happened?
Is this the boy, ma'am? Yes, officer. You had your mom worried, Ray.
Ray, why didn't you call me?
Somebody tell me what happened.
No sign of intruder, ma'am.
Intruder?
He broke into the shelter. He knew my name.
No sign of forced entry. Nothing that I can see.
I went back to the house to get your father's gun, and when I came back, he was still there, and that's when he said my name.
But you never go out to the shelter.
What do you say again, ma'am?
He said to me, Miss Beaumont, I present no danger to you. And I asked him, who are you? Then he came towards me, and I thought he said Margaret. That's when I started firing.
You did shoot him.
Do you know something about this man?
No, I was at school all day, and then I stopped at Radowski's.
Well, I must have missed, because I shot 3 or 4 times, but he just looked right at me and walked straight past me.
And he didn't say anything?
No, officer.
Well, it beats me. The gun's been fired 4 times, there's no bullet holes in the shelter, and no blood stains. Ma'am, do you mind if I ask you a question?
No.
Have you been drinking lately?
No, well, I mean, I did pour myself a little something after I called you guys.
After the troopers left, I wanted to go out and hunt for Cross, but it was already sunset and there was no excuse I could come up with for wandering around in the dark. I stayed awake, waiting for her to go to bed.
Mr. Beaumont.
Cross, is that you? I bought the stuff you wanted.
Mr. Beaumont, I am damaged.
Oh, jeez.
I calculate your chances at 10 to the 16th power to 1.
Chances of what? What happened to you?
Mr. Beaumont, listen to me carefully. My death will be very bad for history. It is now up to you to alter the possibilities of this timeline. Mr. Beaumont, your government greatly overestimates the nuclear arsenal of the Soviet Union. If they strike first, the U.S. will achieve overwhelming victory.
Does the president know this?
Kennedy will not welcome such an idea. He would not want to be responsible for the millions of lives lost, Soviet and American. But the war must happen now. For those that come after will build nuclear arsenals capable of destroying the world over and over. The history ends in 2019. A year later, there is no life.
But...
Mr. Beaumont, please. The chances are 10 to the 16th power to 1. There is a politician that will be in New York City on October 26th. His death will force Kennedy's hand.
Guys, you're gonna kill someone?
Please, Mr. Beaumont, it is the only way. He will die of a heart attack in 3 years. He has made no great contribution to history, yet his assassination could save the world.
So what do you want from me?
His name is Adlai Stevenson. He will be at the UN convention in New York on October 26th.
Stop. Don't say anything else.
There's a magnum in your bomb shelter. I trust you know this weapon.
Mr. Cross, I can't.
Perhaps not, but you must try.
I packed Cross's supplies, mainly the 357 Magnum. I didn't get on the bus Thursday morning. Instead, I got into a taxi to New York.
All right, take me to New York.
Once I got there, I couldn't just sit around the hotel lobby for all that time. I thought that would draw too much attention. I decided to use a phone to call home.
Dad, this is Ray. I'm safe. Don't worry.
Ray, where are you?
I can't talk. I'm safe, but I won't be home tonight. Don't worry.
Ray, what's going on?
I'm sorry.
Ray?
I arrived at the Waldorf Towers around 9 o'clock. I went back to my chair to wait. It was 9:20. I was so tired of it all. I tried to stay up to face history, but I couldn't. I vaguely remember the doorman waking me up at 11 o'clock. Dad drove all the way into the city that night to get me. He told me that Mom was already in the shelter. Less than 3 years later, Adlai Stevenson dropped dead of a heart attack. Cross was right. Whatever happens now, chances are it's my fault.